feel like the universe is doing everything it can to not let us do public school. I mean, who has ever had this happen, that their kid gets sick after 2 days of school and is still sick over a month later? Today's been an adventure. I'm gonna go and turn off Jax's lights because they're all blasting. Oh. We have a little thing where we set up school with Doge, so I'll have to come up and set something up. I need to come up here and deal with the laundry. The dirty clothes. Okay, I think the dirty clothes are these pants he started out wearing today, and they were way too short, so we had to change. What are these? Mystery. We're gonna go put these in this to be sorted for donations pile. Anyway, Sebastian, I came up for him after going downstairs and making my tea and letting the dog out. I had start to hear him coughing, so I knew he was waking up, but he was sobbing when I got up here. He didn't know why. It was making him snot, it was making him cough. He felt like he had a hair in his throat and he was gagging on it. It could have just been phlegm. I just set that up for him. It was a mess. He asked to read for a minute. We didn't make it far because he was gagging so hard, and I was like, you need to go swish water around. But we don't have a step stool in this bathroom, so I should put one on our order. So we went downstairs, but he poured water. He had water. He was trying to have a sip. He poured it all over himself in the bed, so we needed to change. It's just a whole big thing. We get downstairs and it kind of works, but it's hacking. I'm like, well, we should make you your oatmeal and see if that helps. Just one thing after another. He was miserable. He was like, I feel so bad. He wanted to go to school, but it was just terrible. Fast forward to now, he has had his antibiotic, a little bit of oatmeal, a little bit of water, and I gave him a popsicle. His cough has pretty much stopped. He's like, can I just go to school late? I'm like, no. Not only were you just completely miserable earlier, his poop is half and half because we introduced regular food for dinner. And he technically had a fever yesterday, and we haven't quite made it 24 hours. Even though we know it was a dehydration one, it still counts, I guess. I don't know. Hopefully he can go tomorrow. I emailed his teacher, and I need to work on place value with him, reading practice, and they're starting to learn to find himself on a map. So we'll do something with that. We did do me on the map is what they're calling it. We did do something like that last year, but we didn't look too closely on the actual map. We just had maps and put them together into a project. Anyway, so I've been dealing with Sebastian while getting Jax ready, which was difficult because Sebastian wanted games downloaded to his iPad because he wanted to play the old phone we have up here, but it wasn't charged and it wasn't charging fast enough. So I was trying to do that, and then Jax wanted a really hearty breakfast of eggs in a nest, which is toast with a hole cut out and you cook the egg in the middle. So I'm like trying to do that and also make his breakfast. I just want scrambles, but Danny kept coming up and trying this beauty on me. He finished it just now. But yeah, I got Jax out the door. I brought Ziggy. It's very cold. It was low 40s. It's only 46 now. But he wanted to walk with his friend who lives one street back. She doesn't have any sort of phone. She's the only one of his friends that doesn't have a phone besides him, but he has an Apple Watch, so he can text. But I was like, well, let's just walk by. It's fine. Ziggy ended up pooping just past her house, so they were able to meet up and walk. But I took him. Oh, there goes a truck. He's barking at the trash truck. Anyway, so he got to walk with his friends. We met up with his normal friends and her. And he's off. I forgot to skip my blood thinning medicine last night, so my period is bonkers. Like, way beyond the level where they say, contact your doctor if you bleed through this in this amount of time. It's like terrible, and it hurts. And I didn't sleep last night because my cramps and anxiety were so bad that I got to sleep around 3, and then my alarm goes off at 5:30. Anyway, between my period and Sebastian being home, I'm not going to go to the grocery store, so I need to go down there and start ordering groceries and hope they can come today. Otherwise, I am going to the store, so wish me luck.
Yeah.
Oh, you could, if you get this word right, you get that to flip that piece.
Yeah. Shit.
Sit.
Well, keep it hard.
You can do hard things.
Okay.
Oh, that's looking good. That's good enough. I was just emailing Sebastian's teacher that he'll be out again. He's just continued to get worse on the antibiotics instead of better. I mean, he was better for a day or two, and then went back to school after 24 hours on them, and came home and the very next day, on top of the diarrhea he gained, he had a fever, his nose was snotty again, he was coughing all over again. He spent the whole weekend like that, with it getting worse, and today he just can't even breathe through his nose, coughing, he keeps getting dehydrated even though we're giving him Pedialyte and trying to get him to have water and soup and popsicles. His whole face was like ashy tonight. He has energy sometimes and no energy sometimes. His poops are still half bad. He's afraid to stand and pee. He was traumatized by that. So, home again, and I called the doctor. It's been raining for 3 days straight. Luckily it was light rain this afternoon. Danny was willing to pick up Jax, but he wanted to walk home with his friend. In fact, he went back out because she lives a street over, and they hung out under a gazebo and actually took a walk in the rain, so that's sweet. Sebastian has been having a lot of temper tantrums and just freakouts and meltdowns that he can't play with his friends. He can't do anything. It's understandable. And I can't get anything done. I mean, what else? Laundry I need to put away. It's so hard to get anything done. I just have to constantly be with him and keep him drinking and resting, and then I have to try and do schoolwork with him because he's just not at school. He's never at school, and they're learning things, and he's not there, and he was already struggling to pay attention because he was sick instantly. I just don't know what to do. I feel like the universe is doing everything it can to not let us do public school. I mean, who has ever had this happen, that their kid gets sick after 2 days of school and is still sick over a month later? But yeah, I guess I'm gonna edit this and try not to cry. I barely slept last night because of the stress and cramps. Hopefully cramps will be better. Stress won't be, but at least we've already decided he's staying home and I don't have that. What is it going to be like? Is he going to be okay? Hanging over my head. But yeah, I guess I'm just going to edit this. But yeah, good night, friends. Stay safe. Be kind, and don't forget, wash your hands.